Coming up on CHTV, we try all things pumpkin and take a closer look at esports.
Darling,
Good morning, Greyhounds. I'm McKinley Woodward.
And I'm Hannah McNally, here with your CHTV morning announcements.
As you can see, it's looking very spooky in the CHTV studio.
You're so right, McKinley. And Halloween is coming up soon. Before we begin, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Today is Indigenous Peoples Day. This day recognizes Indigenous communities that have lived in the U.S. for thousands of years.
Indigenous Peoples Day is celebrated on the second Monday of October.
Several states over the past couple of years, including Alaska and New Mexico, have chosen to forego Columbus Day and celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day instead.
Last year, President Biden proclaimed Monday, October 11th as Indigenous Peoples Day, becoming the first president to recognize the day formally.
Indiana now recognizes Indigenous Peoples Day as an employee holiday. The day is not yet a federal holiday, but there's a bill in Congress trying to make it one.
In other news, fall is here.
As the season goes on, you might be wondering what fun fall foods and drinks you could try.
I personally love all things pumpkin spice.
Well, you're in luck because CHTV's very own Summer Prince made a package of all the best pumpkin things.
Hello everyone, I'm Summer.
I'm Tori.
And we're going to be trying some pumpkin flavored stuff from Trader Joe's and rating it on a scale from 1 to 10. So first we're going to be trying these pumpkin tortilla chips.
5.
3.
These pumpkin spiced pretzels. I give it a 7.
A 3. It's pumpkin blondie brownies. 5.
7.
We're going to wash that down with our spiced cider. It's so good. It's definitely like an 8, 9. Trader Joe's pumpkin spice cookies. These are good.
10.
10. The pumpkin ice cream.
Give it like a 5.
Alrighty, that concludes our pumpkin spice review, and I think we decided that the pumpkin spice cookies were the best. So we'll see you.
Go to Trader Joe's and get these.
Thanks, Summer. My favorite right now is the pumpkin cream cold brew at Starbucks, but I'll have to check out the spice cider.
Me too. I love drinking apple cider in cold weather. Speaking of cold weather, let's send it over to Trevor for today's forecast.
Good morning, Greyhounds. My name is Trevor Byes here with your weather report. Today's a little chilly in the morning with a low of 41 but a high of 73. Tomorrow is also going to be cold in the morning with a low of 51 but a high of 73. On Wednesday, we have a low of 55 and a high of 71 with possible rain. Thank you, Greyhounds. Now let's send it over to the news desk.
Thanks, Trevor. Now let's send it over to Michael to see what theater is up to this week.
Good morning, Greyhounds. I'm Michael Spech here with your entertainment update. The theater department's Studio 1X for this weekend with seniors Theodore Curtis and Madison Alec directing their respective shows. Action News Now with 10% More Action and Call Me Stan. Here to join me is Kate Sullivan, who played the lead in one of the shows. Kate, what was your role in the show?
So the show I was in was basically just a really goofy, over-exaggerated newscast, and I played one of the newscasters.
Okay, so how do you prepare for your role as a newscaster?
So since it was such a goofy show, me and Tyler, who played the other newscaster, we just practiced being very over-exaggerated and over the top with our characters and that classic, stereotypical newscaster voice.
Yeah. So how long have you been involved in the Carmel Theater Department, and what made you want to do a Studio One Act?
Yeah, so I've been involved in theater since I was a sophomore, and this is my first year doing the One Acts, and I really wanted to do the One Acts because it's the one show a year where everyone can audition, and it's student directed, which is really cool, and so they normally choose really goofy shows, so it gives the actors a chance to just let loose and have a good time.
Okay, so do you have any advice for students who want to become involved in the theater department or Studio One Acts and shows like that?
Yeah, so I recommend to everyone being involved in theater because it's such a great program, and the teacher, Miss Cassidy, is just a wonderful person. And the Studio One Acts are a great way to get involved because, like I said, everyone can audition, which is the only play that allows for that. And then if they want to do more, like in theater, they can audition for rep and then they can be in all the shows. So.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for being here, Kate, and congrats on your show. We'll be back after this quick tech trivia game produced by CHTV's Jack Ringenberg. Play along with your SRT rooms for a prize. Email us at carmeltv99@gmail.com if you know the answer.
Thanks, Michael, and great job on your performance, Kate.
We all know Carmel is competitive on the field, stage, and in the arts, but did you know that we have a competitive esports team? CHTV's Braylon Price got a closer look at the team, how they train for tournaments, and how you can get involved.
Let's check it out.
I'm Carter. I'm one of the officers here for the Carmel Esports program here at the high school. Esports is basically a competitive gaming environment where students come in after school to play all of our different titles. We have around 6 or 7 to play against other Indiana high schools, and they play for different titles and championships just like how you would in traditional sports. Esports, basically we have 2 divisions. We have our competitive division and we have our non-competitive division. For our competitive division, those are all of our players. Those are all of the people actually participating in our competitions. And we have 2 tryouts throughout the year. We have one in the spring and one in the fall. And our fall tryouts have already concluded. Our next tryouts will be in the spring and around December or January. Secondly, we have our socials team, which is equally as important as our players. But basically everything you see online about our club is through our socials team. Anything on our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, that's all through our socials team. And we have a variety of positions open, all the way from video editors to photographers to social media managers, etc., etc. We've created a community of like-minded gamers, which gives us a safe place to play competitive games and have opportunities to learn from each other with our robust coaching staff.
Thanks, Braylon. Happy birthday to everyone listed on the bottom of the screen.
In other announcements, the Latinx Student Alliance call-up meeting is today in room A222 and is open to all students, no matter what their background or Spanish proficiency level. Contact Mr. Croman with questions.
Math Club will be hosting its second guest speaker, Dr. Richard Morton, after school tomorrow in A314. Please turn in your club dues to Mr. Broman in H109 if you haven't already.
Team forms are now available for intramural kickball and can be picked up outside of Mr. Clover's room, E200. You and 10 others can form a team, and forms are due October 17th.
CHS Winter Dance Team, the Coquettes, will host auditions October 17th and 18th from 4:15 to 5:15 in the freshman gym. Auditions are open to any current CHS students, and see Coach Wolf in C117 with any questions.
Boys Lacrosse has an initial call-up meeting scheduled for Tuesday, October 11th. This meeting will be at 7:30 a.m. at the Freshman Center, and everyone is welcome regardless of experience. Anyone who is interested in playing this year but cannot attend, please email Coach Meacham. That's all we have for your morning announcements, Greyhounds. Thank you so much for tuning in.
If you haven't already, follow our Instagram at Carmel TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel at CHTV Carmel Television, and our Twitter at CHTV.
This has been Hannah McNally
and McKinley Woodward. Have a great rest of your day, Carmel.